hello everyone and welcome. I'm here to talk to you guys about a new manufacturing paradigm. We call it modular production, and it is intended to be replacing the 100-year-old Henry Ford assembly line. So before, let's go back 100 years. So you all know this guy, Henry Ford, of course. You probably heard about his very famous quote, which is a customer can have a car painted any color he wants as long as it's black, right? That's fun fact, maybe not for all of you, but the reason why he said that is if he wanted to use a different color, he would have messed up the 72-second cycle time that he had in his production, because the black paint is actually the one that dries the fastest. If you go today into a dealer shop and you want to buy a car, you want to make sure that that car fits your demand. Like you want a specific set of features, color, seats, lights, steering wheel, whatever, and you want to make sure that you are getting what you're paying for, right? Consider this from a manufacturing point of view. There is, for one set product or one model, there is a very basic variant and a very premium or top-of-the-line variant, right? And in the middle, there's a huge range of possibilities. All of these possibilities, since they are all actually different, they take different processing times, different processes, and actually different components as well. So you may ask yourself, okay, but how many variants or possibilities could there actually be? Well, there's a lot. This number is actually the amount of possible variants for the A3 model of Audi. All of these, of course, are different. They are not all produced in 1 year, of course. It's not possible. But take a look at this graph. If we take into consideration the last 60 years of manufacturing, we are producing today 28 times more in terms of quantity. If you take into consideration unique products, so variants, we're producing 50 times more. Take a look at the last 10 to 15 years. So it's increasing tremendously, and we're moving towards what we call a lot size one. So one product fits perfectly to one customer. This is what we call mass customization. For this kind of scenario in which we're living today, the line is no longer viable. So this is where modular production comes into play. We use the exact same amount of stations, the exact same amount of workers, but instead of having them in one line, you're going to have an area of production. All the stations are going to be separated, and the area can take any shape and size. So that would depend on what the amount of products that you want to have as output per day. So there's a couple of basic principles on how this actually works, which is, number one, all the stations are going to be independent, right? They're all independent modules, and if one has a problem, for example, this does not affect the output of the system. Today, in a line, if one station shuts down, the whole system shuts down. So the idea of being completely independent is that you can turn on and off stations as you go, depending on the capability or the capacity of your system. Secondly, every product can now follow a variable process sequence. In the line, as soon as you go in, there's only one way out, right? You go in the very beginning, you go out at the end. With modular production, you can change the sequence of the processes and optimize around it. You can actually skip the processes that are not needed for a specific product. Number three, all products are going to be transported on top of autonomous guided vehicles, which is just fancy wording for smart robots, right? They are transporting both products and materials from one station to the next. And number four, modularity is flexibility. As I said before, you can turn on and off stations as you go. So at the very end, you're going to have a system which is dynamic. So it grows in capacity whenever you need it. It shrinks in capacity whenever you don't need it. So it's kind of a breathing system. It's kind of alive. Now, there is a underlying rule to manage all of this, which is what we call the Assembly Priority Chart, or APC for short. This is a very simple example. It's a tree of interdependencies that connect all the processes that are needed to finish one set product. Since all products are going to be different, every product has its own APC. In this example, you can see the green ones are processes that have been already done. The blue ones would be possible as a next step, and the white ones are still not possible. So taking this into consideration in real time with a digital twin factory software, you can actually optimize and change the sequence of the processes as you go. Now I want to show you a short video about our proof of concept. We did this in November 2016 in an event which is called Tech Day Smart Factory alongside Audi. You can see here it featured 3 cars, 3 different colors, driving on top of robots, and 4 different modules, which we call the stations, right? We did this just to show how it is possible to alternate the process sequence of different products as you need. We've been working for the last 2 years almost in different projects. Of course, there's running projects right now, which I cannot show you videos about that, but modular production will be a reality by next year. Now, I want to finish up with 2 very important concepts. Well, first, a couple of important numbers for you guys. Comparing modular production to an assembly line, you get up to a 30% more efficiency and output. You are saving tremendous amounts of costs both in production and in logistics. The area that you're using is actually smaller, around 20%. You cut down by half the adaptation times for new models into your system. You are way more flexible and scalable. And the second point, which I consider to be most important, is that this system is actually the first system that is adapting to the worker's capabilities, right? Today, a worker is at the line, they have to rush to follow the cycle time of the line. That causes stress, causes quality problems, and causes, at the very end, money as well. Modular production is the very first system that can actually adapt to the workers' capabilities and make it easier for them. And I truly believe that Industry 4.0 is about that. Like, a lot of people say that Industry 4.0 has a very bad reputation. Like, they're saying, yeah, you're putting efficiency on top of people's jobs. But I believe that this is just to empower people. Industry 4.0 should be focused on the humans themselves in trying to bring them to realize their full potential. Now, everyone in this room, either you're an innovator, a pioneer, a decision maker, status quo challenger, whatever, we all have a specific stake in this matter. And what I want to ask for you is, let's make an impact together. Thank you very much.